Hello there. My name is Chris Wright, the founder and one of the team leaders of this game-changing project that we call Brand with Authority. I want to thank you for taking the time out of your day to check out this presentation that we have for you tonight. For those of you that are watching the Hangout, if anything resonates with you at any point in time, you just want to simply click the link below, start your free 7-day trial. If someone invited you to this Hangout, you definitely want to get back with them. Now, before we get started, let's go ahead and lay a foundation first. The purpose of Brand with Authority and the reason why we have the right to call ourselves a game-changing project is because we're doing just that. Here's how we're doing it: saving you money, increasing your value, as well as empowering you to do things that other companies and networks constantly deny people in this industry. We have a 98% failure rate, and 88% are those that either are shy, they're faking it till they make it, they're not interested in really learning, they just want to make the quick buck. To be a part of Brand with Authority, you do have to have a work ethic, and it does require some training, some skills, some patience, and it requires to have a lot of fun in order to make it through. And so what we're going to do tonight is we're going to allow you to hear from some of the team members that are a part of our project. One of the things that stuck out to me this week is I've had two people that were a part of this project that said, you know what, everything else is unstable in the industry. I'm going to plant my flag here at Brand with Authority. And they started asking me, so what do I need to do to get myself plugged all the way in to make this my primary? And I was like, well, here's what you need. Here's what you need. So I start working to get them plugged in. One thing about Brand with Authority, we are definitely not designed or geared or set up to be a one-man show. What we do here is we recognize that the people that are part of this project, the caliber of people that are a part of our project, have leadership qualities already. And one of the things that we do here in this project is we get out of the way and let those leaders shine like they are supposed to. And this industry, we always talk about leadership, and we always talk about, leaders don't create followers, they create more leaders. And people were always talking about leaders and leadership, but the truth is our industry is hurting for leadership. And one of the primary focal points of this project is to be able to create leaders and delegate out responsibilities and then allow people to prove themselves as leaders. And that's what our project is the core building blocks of our project here. Now, our project, what we do specialize, of course, professional branding. We do have a 100% traffic guarantee. Now, people spend all kinds of money on traffic, and they spend money on leads, and they spend money because they believe that if they pay for it, they'll get success faster. Well, the truth is, if you don't have your own marketing funnels built or your own sales funnels built, spending money on paid advertising is not going to do you any good. And we are in an industry where know, like, and trust is an important factor, and the masses knows and understands that we buy from people, we join people that we know, like, and we trust. And Brand with Authority is the team in 2014. So what I'm going to do is I want you to hear from other people that are a part of our project. And before we go any further, excuse me, I want to make something clear here, because some people have in the past have watched our videos, they've read our content, and they're still unsure what it is that we're about, what it is that we do, okay? As an entrepreneur, you should always seek to have 100% full control over your own business. That is not something that you would want to trust in the hands of a third party. Now, some tools and some resources, you have to get some third parties. But when it comes to your brand and building your business, you want 100% credit for everything that you produce inside of your business, okay? So professional branding, that's the reason why we call ourselves Brand with Authority, okay? And we are the authority figures on this subject, for the simple fact is that when you follow our training, you will get, in fact, everyone on this hangout that has gone through our phase 2 training they will tell you that when they finished it and completed it, they were getting traffic. So that's the reason why we're able to get that traffic. Now, the system that we use is WordPress. One of the most, it's 99.9% of every single solitary thing that you see on the internet is WordPress. And it is also the most, you guys can still hear me there. It's kind of lagging out there.
I'm back.
Okay, cool. The WordPress, I was talking about WordPress. If I cut off there, WordPress is one of the most intimidating systems to use. But with our training, we have taken a learning curve of an average of 6 months to a year to start seeing the results that we're producing in under 3.5 hours. And so that is what we've done. Other companies and other networks, other so-called viral blogging companies and so-called viral tool companies, they've ruined blogging for a lot of people. And this project here is going to bring back blogging on scales that nobody's ever seen before. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to ask Kelly to unmute herself, introduce herself, tell you why she chose this project or chose to participate and take action with this project. Kelly, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Chris. So I'm Kelly Lindbaum, for those of you who don't know me. I started on this project, I think, back in May. And I just came on because some nice little girl signed me up through GDI. Didn't even know what I was getting into because I'm pretty sure you were in the beginning of it at that point. So, you know, I just kind of went along for a little bit and watched what was going on and studied it. And then I started realizing that I could apply this to all the other things that I do. And it makes a lot of sense to have your own site and have your own content versus just using some corporation's product. And the other thing is, with the instability of the business, you may have to move. You may not be able to stay with one company forever. And this way you can have your own brand and move your team with you without looking like you're hopping around. You know, you're basically promoting yourself as opposed to somebody else's business. So that's basically where I'm at with it.
Absolutely, definitely do appreciate that. And yeah, Kelly and I, the person that brought her in, it was at our beginning stages. And one of the things that I try to make a point to do is to try to connect with, everybody. Just give, if somebody needs help, I just try to offer some support. And so I was able to build a relationship, with Kelly. And it was back in our beginning stages when we were just first launching. And, of course, the way that this project is designed, it's not designed to be another business opportunity. Though the business potential, the business side of it is there, our primary focus is to help you professionally brand yourself so you can stand out above all of the rest of the competition on the internet. It doesn't matter what your company is, what your products are, what your services are, or your compensation plan. What we are more concerned about is, are you getting the traffic that you deserve? Are you getting eyes on your business? And with all the traffic that's coming by, are you able to keep those leads for yourself, or are you giving those leads to the company that you're promoting? And that is the absolute difference here. This is not another business opportunity. If you have a primary, we want you to know and understand that we work with every company. Doesn't matter if you're Brain Abundance, doesn't matter if you're Skinny Body Care, EPX. We got people from Wake Up Now. We even got people from the new company that just launched a few months ago. We have people in our project that are from Modere. We have people in our project from Unique. We have people in our project from Secrets. We have people, I can't list or think of all of the names of all of the companies that we work with inside this project. It's empower people to do things that other companies and networks continue to deny on a regular basis. And so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to ask Kimberly to tell us a little bit about herself and why she chose to join this project.
Well, Kimberly Ochwangi here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I am supporting you, Christopher, because I want to understand when we have our little discussions exactly what you're talking about. So the best way to understand, and we had this discussion before, to thoroughly understand somebody, to talk about something that you don't know about, of course, is ignorant. So I'm taking my time to have better discussions with you and learn more about what you do with Brand with Authority.
All right, definitely do appreciate that. And one of the cool things about this industry is somebody is always going to be willing to test you, see if you know what you're talking about, and see if you've got the goods. Definitely do appreciate that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Mr. Rowdy and Bowdy, Mr. Matt Bebout.
Thanks, Christopher. Appreciate it. I'm not sure exactly what that meant, but that's okay. I appreciate just being part of this project. Christopher approached me, I don't know, a couple months ago now, I guess, about it, and I just saw the potential with it. I've mentioned this before on Hangouts. It's like anything, if you have a redheaded child, you don't realize there's that many redheaded childs, let's say, until you have one, and all of a sudden you notice everybody that has a redheaded child. Well, I didn't realize WordPress was so powerful until I was exposed to it and realized how many other marketers out there use WordPress for their business to brand themselves. And that's what we do through GDI. That's what we do through Brand with Authority. We use the WordPress platform because it's so versatile. It's so unique in the fact that you can do all kinds of stuff with it. I mean, you can even start up membership sites, and things like that, which is kind of one of our platforms for Brand with Authority. But you can brand yourself. You can market to offline businesses if you want to help an offline business. Get online or just get a little bit of exposure. You have so much potential with this project, not just to brand yourself, not just to promote your product, but to pour into other people's lives, pour into other people's businesses, and it's just a unique opportunity. The cost effectiveness is just a no-brainer, and so I encourage you guys, anytime that you're listening to this Hangout or watching the replay, click that button down below, get involved, get your free trial, and take a look at what we have, and you'll be impressed like I think most of us are. Back to you, Christopher.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, you come through.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm having some technical difficulties here. Mine's lagging really, really good here. I was trying to hit that little Control D to see if it did it, but it didn't work for me that time. So, but anyway, we definitely do appreciate the feedback and everybody that's on the panel, and of course, of those of you that are watching the replay, we do appreciate you taking the time to go back and watch it. When you want to become an authority figure on something, you want to stand out beyond social media. And one of the cool things about WordPress is it talks with all the social media networks that exist. And when you've got a system that talks with all of the social media networks out there versus just being on Facebook or just being on Google Plus or Twitter or Instagram or LinkedIn or whatever, you really are selling yourself short. A lot of people talk about investing in themselves, and most people's idea of investing in themselves is spending $1,000 on useless education. That's not going to. They can't really. Well, they know it, but they can't really. They don't have anything to show for other than, oh, well, I know this or know how to do that. But when it comes to an actual investment, a domain name in hosting is the only way that you can get your professional brand seen online. And that's where online business starts, with the domain name. And a lot of people will take their domain name and point it to their parent company website or their parent company landing page. And that's a waste of a domain name, because if people understood the power of what they can do with their domain name, it would take on a whole new meaning. And people would actually use those to make something or create something. And we have these things, what we call the 3 C's. And the 3 C's is create and capture and then, of course, convert. Well, your brand is what you create. And your brand attracts. And whenever somebody's attracted to you, you have strong enough content that can bring them to a conversion. And that is important, especially when you need more traffic, more leads, and more sales conversions to your business. And at the end of the day, we have a saying that people join people. Well, if you're sending somebody to the same exact landing page or capture page that the last 60 people sent, then you're going to have to ask the question, how are you any different than anybody else? Why should I join you as opposed to joining 60 other people who use the exact same method and the exact same sales pages you used last time? So what's different about you? And in Brand with Authority, we definitely solve that issue. And there's many issues. Of course, we can't cover them all. We don't have enough time. But we do bring a lot of the solutions that are going to change this industry. So what I'm going to do right now is we have a guest, or not guest, I keep saying guest, but we have a speaker, one of our own, that I'm going to be, that's going to be giving us a presentation here tonight. And this guy has added so much flavor to the team. Like, every time he says something in the team chat or posts something, it's exciting. The videos that he posts. The guy is a great marketer. And he's got a different this guy eliminates any excuses that anybody could ever possibly make. Like, because of this guy, nobody has an excuse to not professionally brand themselves. And Mike, are you there with us here?
I am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the rest of this, the rest of the remaining portion of this hangout over to Mike.
Alrighty, well, thank you very much for that, Christopher. I'm going to go ahead and try to keep it actually very quickly today. I just got a couple of things that I want to go over with individuals today, and let's try to keep it under the half hour or just over that mark for an awesome sales video. First of all, let me thank Christopher for introducing me and all of the other team members and for putting this together. I'm really excited about Brand with Authority and some of the things that we've got going on for you guys. I also want to take a quick moment, thank Kelly, Kimberly, and Matt for taking the time out of your busy days, because, you know, a great entrepreneur is an individual whose calendar is always full. So thank all of you guys for coming to this and giving an opportunity for us to be able to share with the individuals exactly what Brand with Authority is. Let me take a quick moment, introduce you to me, who I am, and tell you a little bit about my past. As Christopher was saying, sometimes, you know, a lot of people like to make excuses. Oh, I don't have enough time. Oh, I'm not able to do this because my kids are doing this tonight, and my husband's doing that tomorrow, and my wife's doing this next week. And so all they're doing is they're making excuses. Well, I find myself in an interesting situation that I deal with a lot of individuals, kind of like myself, that just make a lot of excuses because they can get by. Now, I am completely blind, have been since birth, and have never let this blindness hold me back. I often don't like to use it to my advantage either, but sometimes people just have to know. Back in 2012, December of 2012, I got started marketing online. And the very first site that I became real passionate about, the very first site and website that I got up and running and actually started putting my heart into, was a site called Empowering the Blind. This site was and still is a great resource for the blind or visually impaired to go to in order to learn how to make money from home and get paid to work with major companies. Now, that site turned out pretty well, but it is, September 2014, and I haven't really done much with it. It shows up in the search results for certain keywords, and I get some traffic to it, but not like I get with the Brand with Authority site I just started in July of 2014. Which unfortunately I can't share with you because I'm in the middle of updating it right now, and so it's temporarily offline. But that's the awesome thing about this. We do teach you exactly how to get traffic and how to get the traffic quickly. Now, if you're someone who stays consistent, you can be able to get started with us and start to see results. And we show you how you'll see the results and how your site visitors will also see that you're someone who's producing results. Now, why do I really like Brand with Authority? As I started to tell you, I started the site Empowering the Blind back in December of 2012, and I had a resource to be able to send all of my friends and family to, but that's pretty much all it was. Sharing my website with my friends and family and the occasional coworker that I ran into, or potential business partner that I ran into, I would say, hey, here's my website, take a look at it. I was not getting organic searches from Google. I was not getting people searches from Bing, and I also wasn't getting my content shared with other social networks. So I started to manually share my content. And back in December of 2012, I was blogging with a company that we all know and either love or hate called Empower Network. This blogging platform allowed me the opportunity to be able to post my stories online as long as I kept paying them rent. And that rent was $25 a month. At minimum. That's if I didn't want to get trained on the actual product. But that's besides the point. So I was hosting my blog on Empower Network, and things were going pretty good. And then I decided one day that I wanted to share one of my blog posts on Empowering the Blind with my Facebook page, because I got a lot of blind followers or visually impaired individuals who are in contact with me. So why not share a reliable resource, something that I created? A message pops up on Facebook that says, we're sorry, this is a prohibited link. You are unable to share this link. I'll be honest with you, even though it says this is an 18+ hangout, I can't share with you the explicit words that came from my mouth when I said, why the heck can't I share my own content? And that got me to the point where I never wanted to deal with another business. I'll be honest, I slipped. I tried out another company, and I got the same results. I got told that I couldn't share my content with my Facebook because that company owned it. And that company had allowed individuals to purchase into their product or their service and ruin it for my use. So why am I fond of Brand with Authority? Because Brand with Authority teaches you, number one, how to build your own website. Okay? How to build it with a platform that all of those other big quote-unquote network sites or viral traffic sites are teaching you how to use. Okay? And we're over the 5:30, so I'm gonna wrap up here in a second. But we use a platform that all those companies teach you how to use, and we use this platform in an unrestricted means, which means if I want to go and update, which I'm doing now, yes, I deal with the consequences of potentially having my site temporarily offline, but I can make those decisions on my own and not with someone else making that decision for me. Leaders are always showing themselves on webinars and hangouts. And that's it, themselves. David Wood and David Sharp. I use them as a demonstration for those who are in the industry. They're always showing themselves on videos. They're not showing other team members until those team members really start to make money. We are branding ourselves, and we're branding the team Brand with Authority because we want to share with you how it's possible to make as much or as little impact on your following as you want, saving you money and increasing your value. GDI is our parent company, Global Domains International. They've been around for a good 10, 12, I think it's actually close to 14 years now, and they're reputable. They're not a company that's here today, gone tomorrow. They're here today, will still be here when your kids' is today. So, I mean, if you're not taking action and starting with a program because you're scared that it's going to go away, you don't have to worry about that with GDI. GDI is here to stay. Now, our group is all having success. You can ask just about any one of the team members for their blog. They'll share with you their blog URL. You can go there and actually see the traffic that's coming to those blogs on an up-to-minute basis. One day I posted a blog posting, and I sent an email to a couple of contacts of mine, and literally that blog posting had like 20 posts within 20 views within an hour, and I thought that was pretty awesome. And, you know, that would have never happened if I would have never taken action and gotten started with the Brand with Authority team. So if you're looking for a home to plant your roots in, and you're looking for a way to be able to get started branding yourself and not branding the company you're working with, then you need to go ahead and just take action, click on the link under this video, or get back in contact with the individual who brought you here and get started. Christopher, that's all I've got for you, and go ahead and wrap it up. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to hang out with everyone today, and you all have a wonderful weekend.
Hey, appreciate that, man. That was very, 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 very powerful. Some of the things that he was mentioning. I mean, the damage that some of these other companies and networks have done to our industry. That's only a 0.001% of the problems and issues that we solve. I mean, because when you think about it, people spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours trying to post on Facebook. Some 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. Some people just don't simply have time. And for those people that don't have a lot of time, this project is definitely a time saver, because when you professionally brand yourself and you build, you know, you write 1 or 2 articles a week and post it, you may not have a whole lot of time to be on the internet, but traffic is going to be coming to your site whether you're online or whether you're offline, and that's just something that's the issue we solve. The purpose of tools are to make our jobs easier, and to get the leverage, you need to professionally brand yourself. And that's what this project is about. And you got the chance to hear from our members. For those of you that are watching the replay, we do want to thank you for taking the time out to watch this video. We're going to go ahead and shut this down. You have a great rest of your day or night, whatever time it is on your side of the world. Hey, connect with us soon. All right? Have a good one.